The sun beat down on the dusty training ground, making the air thick and heavy. I stood there, a young woman in a sea of men, all of us aspiring Navy SEALs. We were a fresh batch of recruits, full of nervous energy and a desperate need to prove ourselves. I was Sarah, and I was about to embark on the most challenging journey of my life. I'd always been a fighter. Growing up, I'd faced my fair share of challenges, but nothing could have prepared me for the brutal intensity of SEAL training. Every day was a test of endurance, both physical and mental. We were pushed to our limits, forced to confront our deepest fears, and emerge stronger. One day, during a rare moment of downtime, I was changing in the barracks when a few of the guys noticed the tattoo on my back. It was a simple design, a small, faded compass rose with a single star at its center. I'd gotten it when I was 17, a tribute to my grandfather, a Navy man himself, who'd always told me to find my true north. "What's that, a tramp stamp?" one of them sneered, and a ripple of laughter spread through the room. I felt my face flush, a mix of embarrassment and anger. I was used to being an outsider, but their words stung. I tried to ignore them, to pretend their taunts didn't bother me, but it was hard. I finished changing and walked out, holding my head high. I wouldn't let their ignorance get to me. I was here for a purpose, and I wouldn't let anything deter me. The next few days were a blur of intense training. We ran, swam, and crawled our way through obstacle courses, pushing our bodies to their absolute limits. We learned to operate as a team, to trust each other with our lives, and to never give up, no matter the odds. Then came Hell Week, the ultimate test of our resolve. 5 days of non-stop training, with minimal sleep and food. It was designed to break us, to weed out the weak, and to forge the unbreakable spirit of a SEAL. On the 3rd day of Hell Week, we were in the middle of a particularly grueling exercise. We were cold, wet, and exhausted, our bodies screaming in protest. Morale was at an all-time low when suddenly, the commanding officer, Commander Miller, a legendary figure with a reputation for being as tough as nails, walked onto the training ground. He rarely made an appearance during Hell Week, so his presence immediately caught everyone's attention. He stood there, observing us with his piercing gaze, his face unreadable. Then, his eyes landed on me. I braced myself, expecting a reprimand, a shout, anything but what happened next. He walked towards me, his boots crunching on the gravel, and stopped a few feet away. "Recruit," he said, his voice calm but firm. "Turn around." I hesitated for a moment, my heart pounding in my chest. What was this about? Had I done something wrong? I slowly turned, my back facing him, exposing my tattoo. A hush fell over the training ground. Everyone froze, their eyes fixed on us. I could feel their curiosity, their confusion, their silent questions. Commander Miller stared at my tattoo for what felt like an eternity. Then, to my astonishment, he raised his hand and brought it to his brow in a slow, deliberate salute. A collective gasp went through the recruits. No one spoke, no one moved. Everyone was stunned, trying to comprehend what they had just witnessed. He held the salute for a moment, his eyes still fixed on my tattoo, then lowered his hand. He turned to the other recruits, his voice ringing out, clear and strong. "This compass rose," he said, gesturing to my back, "is the symbol of the USS Liberty. And that star, that's the Star of David." My breath hitched. How did he know? The USS Liberty was an intelligence ship attacked in 1967. My father was on that ship. He had that exact same tattoo. He paused, his gaze sweeping over the now silent recruits. He was a hero, and so was every man on that ship. They served their country with honor and courage. He looked back at me, his eyes softening slightly. "Recruit, where did you get that tattoo?" "My grandfather, sir," I stammered, my voice thick with emotion. "He was on the USS Liberty. He told me to always find my true north, no matter how lost I felt." Commander Miller nodded slowly. "Your grandfather was a brave man, recruit. And you carry his legacy." He turned and walked away, leaving behind a stunned silence. The laughter, the sneers, the judgments, they were all gone, replaced by a profound respect. From that day on, everything changed. I was no longer just Sarah, the girl with the tramp stamp. I was Sarah, the granddaughter of a hero, a woman who carried a piece of history on her back. And in the crucible of SEAL training, that small, faded tattoo became my badge of honor, a symbol of resilience, and a reminder that true strength often lies in the stories we carry, visible or not. I went on to complete Hell Week, and eventually, to earn my trident. I became a Navy SEAL, fulfilling my dream and honoring my grandfather's legacy. And every time I looked at my tattoo, I remembered that day, the day the commander saluted, and everyone froze, realizing that there was more to me and to everyone than met the eye.